Time for the morning rush. We start with a big talker. The city and state both slapping the Trump administration with a lawsuit this morning. It's an attempt to stop migrants from being released into New Mexico. According to the lawsuit, there are nearly 250 asylum seekers bused to Albuquerque every week. Leaders are also asking the federal government to reimburse them for any money spent while helping asylum seekers. Kristen.
Looking at some isolated storms out of the mountains in east central New Mexico today. This model doesn't buy, but I still think it's possible we have just enough moisture, a little bit of lift to give us those spot storms out across the mountain areas and towards eastern New Mexico. Some of those storms could be on the severe side. Just watch for hail, lightning, as well as those winds kicked out from any developed thunderstorm. David?
An Albuquerque man is accused of trying to pull a gun on a state police officer. Police say 28-year-old Evans Ratliff was driving the scooter erratically through a Walgreens parking lot. This is near Central and Eubank on Sunday. And when the officer pulled him over, they say he took off running. Officers were able to catch up, but police say that Ratliff began fighting and reached for a gun in his pants.
The House Judiciary Committee is expected to vote on enforcing their subpoena against Attorney General William Barr. The House Judiciary Chairman says he's struck a deal with the Justice Department to begin providing Congress with some documents from the Mueller report. Even if the vote is a yes, the chairman says no legal action will be taken against Barr.
Happening today, the man accused of going on a killing spree across northern New Mexico is set to be in court. Damian Herrera is charged with first-degree murder after police say that he found, or rather killed, 4 people, including his mother. A judge is trying to find out whether he's competent to stand trial.
The governor's office now looking for volunteers this morning to help tackle crime. The Crime Analysis and Policy Partnership will be made up of judges, prosecutors, defense attorneys, and police officers. The group is tasked with finding problems within the state's criminal justice system and recommending changes.
This morning, former New Mexico Governor Gary Carruthers will begin serving on the state's Ethics Commission. Carruthers was appointed by Senate Minority Leader Stuart Engel. Carruthers was the co-chair of Governor Bill Richardson's Task Force on Ethics Reform back in 2006. Now, the new commission was created last legislative session.
We're still waiting to learn, what a man who was killed at a local brewery was doing in Albuquerque. 43-year-old Cody Routhel was from Utah. On Saturday, police responded to Nexus Brewery after a woman called saying that she was being stalked. No word if Routhel was that stalker, but police say an off-duty FBI agent inside of Nexus saw Routhel pull out a gun, and that's when he shot him. Kristen.
Metro Threat Index pretty low for today, only at a 1. We've got some warm temperatures this afternoon, close to 90 here in Albuquerque, so make sure you're taking care of yourself, your pets, and your kids. But no storms expected. Winds about 10 to 20 this afternoon. David?
Airports across the state will soon get millions of dollars in federal funding. Now, the Journal reports that the FAA has awarded more than $13 million for 16 airports across the state. The funds will help with improvements, construction, and some other repairs. New Mexico lawmakers hope the projects will boost tourism.
Slow down if you're driving through Bosque Farms this morning. The village is quickly becoming known for the high number of traffic tickets it's handing out. Last month, Bosque Farms police handed out more than 400 of them. The area has a population of just 8,000 and covers just 8 square miles.
This morning, UNM researchers are working on a vaccine that could prevent Alzheimer's. A team of researchers started to test the vaccine in mice with positive results. Now, this targets a specific protein that's commonly found in the brain of patients with Alzheimer's. Once a safe vaccine is made for humans, they'll have to submit it to the FDA for approval. That might take another 5 years.
Supreme Court expected to meet behind closed doors on Thursday to discuss DACA. The justices will discuss if they will take up the case next term, despite several lower courts ruling against getting rid of it. The program protects undocumented migrants who came to the U.S. as children from deportation. On to news happening tomorrow. Santa Fe forest officials preparing to present environmental protection plans to the city. The New Mexican reports officials are pursuing plans for tree thinning, controlled burns, and other actions, hoping to prevent damaging wildfires.
Looking ahead for you, big changes could soon be coming to your Amazon orders. This is the rivalry between FedEx and Amazon continues to grow this morning. Now, FedEx says that it's not renewing its contract with the online retailer to transport its packages on FedEx planes. However, all other contracts remain intact.
Looking ahead for you, New Mexico United will be back on the pitch tomorrow night playing in the U.S. Open Cup. United will play at the Colorado Rapids of Major League Soccer. The Rapids are on a 5-game win streak. New Mexico United experiencing their first home loss over the weekend. The match will be streamed live on ESPN+.
While the Isotopes, they are coming back home today. This is following a tough loss on the road in Iowa. Now, the Topes falling to the Iowa Cubs 13-4 in last night's game. However, the team won 3 out of the 4 games in that series. They're set to take on Oklahoma City at Isotopes Park. First pitch slated for 6:35 tomorrow night. Kristen.
Time now for a check on traffic. At this point, we don't have anything major out there when it comes to crashes. Starting to see that normal buildup on I-40 eastbound, but the news tracker headed west on Central, right near the interstate, looks pretty good. Right there, stopped at a light.
All right, we're just days away from the start of the National Senior Games, and the city's unveiling a centerpiece for the big event. This is the cauldron carrying the flame for the games. It costs the city about $20,000. The 10 to 12 feet tall metal cauldron will be lit on Saturday. It will burn for the duration of the Senior Games, and wish them all good luck.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
All right, we take you now 55 years ago on this day, June 11th. We actually had two F2 tornadoes touch down in southeastern New Mexico, one in Curry County, one in Quay County. The Curry County one was destructive. It did kill 20 head of cattle and also destroyed 3 buildings there. That was on this day 55 years ago. We take you now to the 5 facts.
At number 5, it was not the most successful series on the road, but the Isotopes, they're coming home today following a tough loss on the road in Iowa. Now, the Topes falling to the Iowa Cubs 13-4 in last night's game. However, it wasn't all bad for the 4-game series for the team as they won 3 of the games. Now they're set to take on Oklahoma City at Isotopes Park. The first pitch is slated for 6:35 tomorrow night. Go Topes.
Number 4, now you could be part of a new volunteer group tackling crime here in the state. The governor's office now looking for eligible members. The Crime Analysis and Policy Partnership will be made up of judges, prosecutors, defense attorneys, and police officers. The group is tasked with finding problems in the state's criminal justice system and then recommending changes. Among the members, Albuquerque Attorney Sam Bregman, retired Judge Nan Nash.
At number 3, warmer temperatures across the state today. Albuquerque, that leaves us pretty close to 90 degrees. Still a touch breezy at times this afternoon, about 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. Isolated storms over the mountains in eastern New Mexico. Cooler tomorrow behind a cold front. Better storm chances out east, but warmer by Thursday.
Number 2, now breakthroughs in Alzheimer's research being made right here at UNM. Researchers are working on a vaccine they say could prevent Alzheimer's. UNM Associate Professor Karan Basker and his team have started to test the vaccine in mice with positive results. It targets a specific protein that's commonly found in the brain of patients with Alzheimer's. Once a safe vaccine is made for humans, they'll have to submit it to the FDA for approval. That might take another 5 years and up to $1 billion.
And at number 1, we are waiting to learn more details from a controversial lawsuit filed by the state and the city of Albuquerque. It's all against the Trump administration over the influx of migrants into New Mexico border communities. Now, the lawsuit accuses the administration of being in violation of the federal government's safe release policy that's intended to help asylum seekers get to their final destination while their claims are being processed. Now, the governor says migrants are being released and left to fend for themselves. The lawsuit comes a month after the city approved spending $250,000 to help the asylum seekers.